We're healing. Come. You see it? I'm right behind you.
Behind you. Not your shot.
Baby, Auntie, I'm going to get this. You will get one too. Kenji. Katie, you want to go?
We get some kids just grab the hole once we get on
How you doing on turtle, man? We all over.
I can get fed. I can, I know.
That's one for the sale. No, not that one.
Oh, maybe he was, yeah, no, he is. He was excited. They're all.
Probably the last one, right?
Okay, let's slap that line. And then maybe we can get one bigger with cleanest water from the surface.
While we're waiting for them to put up the sail and get the canoe ready, it's a process. It takes time. And Hokane is gonna go over some stuff that we have planned as soon as the sail is up.
So we will, right after we put the sail up, we'll begin the blessing of the ceremony. And we just want you guys to take a look around and experience the elements that are around us. But they are speaking to us right now. You may not hear it, but they are spiritually, emotionally, and physically too. So during our ceremony, we will do some earlier chants that will be in honor of our Ba'a, and they will have Auntie Hinano explain its given name, our Ba'a's name, and then we begin the Ava ceremony for our visitors who came, Billy Mills and his entourage. And we just want you guys to enjoy your time here, being here. I was always taught to live in the moment and time, because once the sun passes the island of Lehua, this day is done, and all that we have done has been done, and we are just thankful for Keokua for bringing us to another beautiful day today. And we thank each and every one of you for coming out and celebrating with me my va'a, and well, our va'a, Kohala's va'a. And thank Trentiamu, Auntie Hinano, and all the kids who helped us to build our va'a. So thank you guys for coming.
Before we start, I'd like to introduce some very important people. We have right here, this is Mr. Billy Mills. He's founder, through him, and the Running Strong for American Indian, Native American Indian youth, and Hawaiians. We were gifted the gift to build this by our kids, with our community, for our community. So he's here. This is his wife, his daughter. These people are the Dream Starter crew. 1, 2, 3, 4. They flew us to Washington, D.C. in April, Hokani and myself. And it was super cold, but I'm coming from Hawaii. It was cold for us, but we learned so much. We were exposed to so much. It was a blessing. I've never been there. Hokani's been there, so he was a tour guide, and he taught me so much. And it was Hokani's dream. I was his believer. We're here today. We finished our ba'a. Besides that, there's a lot of important people here that I want to recognize. We have Hokani's mom and dad, Michael and Rita. We have my husband right there. Thanks to him. He's supportive. He's here for me. He's here for all of us. He does what I want him to do. When I come home late, he's home waiting. Dinner's ready, and thanks to him, we can do stuff like this. We have Kupuna here, that are very important. Behind we have Alohi, she is the wife of our master builder right there. All their little keiki, beautiful, they was with us the whole time. We made the canoe from a 1-year-old till 8 years old, I think. They all helped us, we're there every day. We have Marianne Fortes, she's a mom who supports us when we need food, when we need this. She brought the food for the luau, 6:30 this morning, going and picking it up. So thanks to Marianne. We have parents here that let their keiki come with us and put their trust in us this whole summer to build this canoe. I mean, they were using tools and just, it was amazing. And thank you, parents, because you guys, your babies, that's what we have. We have Mrs. Yamamoto right there. She's my boss, 21st century. Yeah, she supports us. Can we do this? Can we do that? Yeah. So thank you. We have more parents right here. Stacey's one of our really big boys. He's like the workhorse. Him and Sai, anytime, Stacey, we gotta carry this. Sai, we gotta carry this. Come on, they're like, I mean, it takes a whole group, but we have strength. We have Darnell, who's a supporter of Hokani through church, through community. Behind Jocelyn, she got the cake and said, oh, you need omiyagi, we need this, things I never even thought about. She was there. Stacey's dad, Eddie Hinano. She kept me in the, this is what we gotta do, Amu. Protocol, this is who we gotta call. This is where we gotta go. She was built in Kohala, we gotta put her in Kohala's waters first. And her family comes from, they're Canoe people. That's her mom right there. She went Hokulea, Makali'i. Kupuna. Going around, this is all my teeth, all these small ones. We have Tyson, my photographer, my nephew right there in the back. I see there, Ian's mother-in-law. Right here. Elon, she's my
one.
That's the navigator. Stand for Sean. He was always there. Meetings, coming together at our house, planting. Just so you folks know, we're gonna share this. A couple weeks ago, we had a small, really quiet, like 12 of us. With Uncle Chad and Auntie Pomai, they are from Nakalaiva'a, Makali'i, Hokulea, and we did a ceremony where we had to bring a certain type of food, and we had to know the meaning, why we ate that piece of food. And a few of these, we are circled right here. We did that. We had Ava. We took the canoe out. We did a chant. While we were out there, maybe you guys have seen sharks in here, but they said, came around us while we were there, never bother, just let us know. And that's our cultural piece that we know is important. And that's what we have to do. And thank to Auntie Hinano, who was the push. Like, this is what we have to do. We have to do it this way. We have Hokani's Tutu over there, her sister. We have 3 generations of Hokani's Kaimakini Ohana from Kohala. So, timeline. We wrote the grant. We got approved and we got the good news. In April, we went to DC. I came home. Milan, we need somebody. You have to build a canoe before we can go. She hooked me up with Hualalai. I met Hualalai in May. Never know this guy. True Hawaiian. He met me at the elementary school. We talked story. By June 5th, we had everything going down in my dad's shop, building the va'a. And not one time did I hear this man scold anybody or raise his voice. He was always positive, always positive. And he is, his wife Alohi and Hokani are first cousins. Come on, and he felt coming back to Kohala, yeah? And Kuala, share a little piece of short why are we here today?
Well, my mom is here, and my mom Linda Bertelman.
She was a babysitter.
Of course, Nakaiwa'a. My mom is her brother is Shorty Bertelman, Nathan Bertelman. I've just been fortunate enough to be a part of a time where we have Pukule'a, and our identity crisis is universal. But anyway, we have Pukule'a, Kohala, bombing of our islands, so we have re-identity, we're people of what we're capable of doing, of basically being people who could swim on the globe. And to the point where now we have like 20-something plus canoes, voyaging canoes. And as a little kid, being totally just blown away by my surfer, cowboy, fishing, sailing uncles, just total in awe, like all these kids around. I was hooked from the beginning, and I wanted to stay in that lifestyle and try to fulfill that as much as I can. And in a nutshell, these small buckles they're like the Toyota Tercel of the NASA space shuttles, but they have a lot of similarities. So they're all connected as far as supporting our aina and our resources and our families and our ocean. In a nutshell, that's what it is. Alohi. Like, this is my wife Alohi, and she's just awesome. We got married on this beach, and really, as becoming a dad and a husband, that's when I started getting into it way more. I started realizing the values and why, you know, why my uncles, why my mom, you know, what everybody was going through, and how it was working, and when we had children, I realized that Alohi was really the blessing that made me really apply it to my everyday life, where we might not get, you know, paid as far as, you know, financial goals, but we have very fulfilling lifestyle for our kids and with our communities. So, anyways, thank you. I like to hear the part, because it's really fun in my life too. Like, I might be sailing, but I might be doing it all by myself.
And we also like to mahalo amu. She's all about the kids of Kohala. We had 21st century had a van, then 21st century couldn't use the van. So with Kohala Resource Center and Amu, they got a van that was donated to Kohala Unupa'a. And the van is over there, and that's the van that takes the kids to learn about Kohala, take them to the shop to build the va'a. You know, Amu is a go-getter. No is not an answer to her. If you tell her no, she's gonna find a way to get a yes. She's a fighter. She's a fighter for the kids of Kohala. Elementary, middle school, high school kids, you know, families. Her heart is so big. And it's unreal. And she'll do anything to go this far to help Pokani build a canoe, to go to DC. You know, it's something big, you know. And we thank her. She is like our foundation for our Kikis of Kohala. And without her, these kids right here, the Kikis wouldn't be here today. And without Hokani's project, and we did many things. Our Makatumakai camp, taking our kids camping up Kuhua Ranch, camping down Makai, Maupona, Kapa'a, and we don't have monies. And she goes to the Kohala Resource Center and she asks for monies, and they try their best, they give us monies, and we do what we can get, and we just make do and we get it done. And I thank Amu for all you do for us.
Hinano is the assistant for Kohala Unupa'a, and we work together. And we must do a good job, because this is what we have, this is what we have here. And so we can all circle around the va'a, and then Hokani. We'll start with his Oli. Come guys. And it doesn't have to be like, just come closer, everybody.
We're like keeping it.
Leiki o Kohala nui o Kohala loko o Kohala waho Kala hiki o la na puha ele lua o Kohala Mai kai kamakani o a papa le nui ha ha umi vai Ko kiki o upolu e o Kohala aina ha heo aina o ka apa apa Ki one ha na o kamehame e kai E o Kohala aina ha heo Ua
Auntie Nano, go share about how Hiku got her name.
Hi, aloha. I'm Hinano. To name a canoe is like naming a child, and it's very special. And Amu gave that kuleana to me, Hokani. Every day I would see Hokani, Hokani, you heard anything came to you with the name? No. Think about it. And it was really hard. I think I didn't have the gift of just naming her, you know. Hawaiian style, usually the name will come to you. You can see visions or signs that can guide you the way to that name. And Pomai Bertaman, she's not here today, but she was my supporter, my guidance in getting the name. So one night I had a vision. It was this star, looked like the Big Dipper, with a bright red star to the side. And I couldn't figure out what it was. So I texted to Pomai, and she's like, oh, okay. She didn't even give me, oh, it looks like so-and-so. It looks like Hokulea. It was nothing like that. She just kept it quiet to herself. And then one day we had a Ohana gathering down Kilkea. And my grandma is gathered down there. And you guys all know her. She was a storyteller. She was our kupuna for our family that was a genealogist. So she traced my ancestor back to Kamehameha. And my grandma had the gift of seeing things, of dreams. And so I asked her, I said, Grandma, you gotta help me. I need your help. I need your kokua. I need one name for the canoe. So as the night was going on, there was this bright stars. And I looked up, and it was Hiku, the Big Dipper that rises from the north. And it was my cousin Le that was standing by me, and I said, Le, do you see that bright stars? And she said, I see stars, but it's not shining bright. And I said, you sure? She's like, yeah. But the Hiku, the Big Dipper, I seen each star was very bright. It was like flashlights shining down. It was very bright. So I was like, okay. So as the night was going on, before I left Kilkea, I went to mahalo my grandma. And I said, Grandma, thank you. I hope, thank you for a wonderful day. Thank you for guiding us, my ohana, for being together as one. And as I was leaving, this nice, cool, warm breeze just blew through me. And I was like, okay. I seen Hiku, the star. I felt her presence. I said, I think I know where this is going to. So the next day came. For some reason, I wasn't excited to call Amu. And it was Monday morning. I get a text from Pomai. She's like, you okay? Everything good? And I called her right away. And I told her what I seen. And she said, Hinano, the picture you texted me, that was Hiku. And I was like, what? No ways. She said, yep. And I said, okay, so I seen a picture of Hiku. I seen her up in the sky. And I was like, I felt good about it. And Hiku is a constellation that the Voyagers use today. And it's rising up to the north. And it's part of the Hawaiian constellation. And so Hokani didn't know the name, Amu didn't know the name. No one knew until that Sunday morning we was down here. And for some reason I didn't have the strength to share it with them before the lesson that we had on a Sunday morning. I don't know why it was like that, but it was very special. And Hiku means 7. And My grandma always told me there's a reason that the Hawaiians did things. There's a reason why we make a va'a. There's a reason why we name our children the names that they're given. We might not know at that time why they was named that, but as they grow older, they realize that's why they had their names. So this va'a naming na Hiku, she's gonna give us signs and reasons why she was named that. And it's just the beginning of this voyage that I hope all of us will be continuing on and joining us as we grow with Nahiku from today on. And yeah.
I asked Billy if he could share today, so he's gonna share. You comfortable here? You want to go by Hokani? There's Hokani right there.
Maybe right here. In order for me to say some words appropriately, I made some notes because I was not expecting the sacredness that I felt when I met this young man. So in our culture, we had a great spiritual leader by the name of Black Elk. And Black Elk had a vision. He stood on the highest mountain of all. And beneath him, all about the world beneath him, he saw a sacred hoop, the sacredness of a circle, where we are all connected. While he stood there, he saw more than he could tell, and he understood more than he saw, and it was holy. At the Dream Starter Academy, every Dream Starter had their uniqueness, their strengths, their beauty. When this young man walked in, he started singing in a traditional way. I saw an elder. I saw the wisdom of an elder, and it overpowered me. I saw the sacredness of a young person, and I found hope. As he sung, I saw, in reference to one of our great spiritual leaders, Black Elk, and I want to make sure that I get it right, because it's the strength of the sacred hoop. As I stood in front of him, and as he sang, I just felt that this young man saw more than he could tell. I felt that he understood more than he saw. I felt either he and I stood on holy ground within the confines of a circle, or I felt he is holy. I was overwhelmed. We hugged, and I started crying. Then I heard my words that I spoke. I didn't think them. I simply said, and I don't know if he remembers, we have been waiting a long time for you. I have never felt overwhelmed about the strength and the beauty and the sacredness of that moment. I felt it was holy. I wanted to share that with you. And I want to share in closing with the young people. I've always said, taught by my dad who died when I was 12, to find a passion in life, develop the talents to equal the passion, bring them together. Because what happens when passion and talent come together? Magic happens. So I wonder, because of my Olympic victory, that I thought was a gift to me from the Creator. I was on the verge of suicide. The rejection, the racism in America. Rather than jumping, I heard underneath my skin energy and a word that simply said, don't. I felt it was my dad's voice. I got off the chair and I wrote down a dream. Gold medal 10,000 meter run. The Creator has given me the ability. The rest is up to me. Believe, believe, believe. Tokyo, Japan, 1964. Hypoglycemic, type 2 diabetic. Going low blood sugar, coming off the curve. I did not know if I could finish the race. I saw a man, as I passed him, we lapped him, and I looked into the center of his jersey. I saw an eagle. Boom! It was back to my dad when I'm this little boy. You do these things, son, someday you'll have wings of an eagle. My thoughts were, I've got to do it now. I may never be this close again. I'm going to win, but I may not get to the finish line first. But I'm going to win. The tape breaks across my chest. I realized I won, and the victory was I healed a broken soul. And in the process, I became an Olympic gold medalist. When I saw you, I saw a man, as a boy, who's on a sacred path, and he's going to help multitudes of people, like I was, heal broken souls. So I'll simply close by saying, we're in a sacred circle here, and I feel blessed, and I feel humbled, as the rest of my Running Strong colleagues do, to be in your presence and in the presence of the young people here, the dreams that they have in their minds, and the power of how their dreams will make the world a better place. Thank you.
I'm originally from the island of Oahu, but I reside now in Auckland, Waimea. And it's basically a privilege to have been asked to be a part of this building. And it's a privilege to stand in front of you this morning, to know that Ho'okane stood in front of you and offered his voice, his leo, to make that connection with you. So mahalo for sharing what you did this morning, because it only makes the story for Hiku even stronger, and for all of us to witness that this morning. And it is really in that understanding that for each of us, those dreams that do come, and when we're strengthened by those that stand with us physically and those who stood before us, that maybe in spirit now, but still come and still stand with us. It's really in that sense that this morning, this opportunity that we have, we're going to share a drink called ava. Ava is a plant, is a natural root plant that we use, and it's recognized during ceremony many times that when we drink of the ava together, it's making a commitment to continue that work that we each do. That as the parts of the va'a too, there's many different parts to it, and each part has a function. That it does not function alone, but it's strengthened because it's all joined together. Yeah? And that for each of us, wherever our paths would lead us, but understanding that we're all connected, like a va'a, like this ocean that connects us, that it never separated us, that this ocean always connected us. that for those of us that come from the deck of voyaging canoes, like many of our peoples around the world, that we understood that this ocean was and still is our road for us to stay connected. That we travel on the deck of our voyaging canoes now, again, not just left to us in stories, but that we actually continue to travel on those canoes in this day. And that for our children, as our teachers told us many years ago, 40 years ago, we started to voyage on our large voyaging canoes again. And at the time, many of us were in our early 20s when we started learning from him. And in his great wisdom, he told us, "You're too old." And being very much still in our ego, we thought, what is he talking about? We're 21, 22, we're in the prime of our lives. Why is he saying we're too old? He said, no, give me your babies. Give me your children. Because then we can raise them in these traditions, in these lifestyles. As he was, from the age of 3, to become a master navigator. And it gave us a deeper understanding that now, as these children stand on the deck of these canoes, they're much younger than we were when we started. And it's really that wisdom of the navigators that can see far beyond that horizon, that can raise these islands up, whether they're 3,000 miles away, but that we can trust in those things that surround us. Like in being at this place at Pelekane, being here below these heiau that are here, Kohala, Malaikini, Leo Kapuni, that's in the ocean here. That this place is a place of gathering of energy. A heiau, for us, a hei is a net. Au is energy. So it's a net that's thrown to gather that energy that's needed. So being in this place is really that opportunity. And I'm going to ask Hokani to start with that and we'll move to this one. This drink is basically just the ava itself with water. That's all it is. It's very simple in that sense that the ava for us, like I said, has been significant in making those commitments in ceremonies. Much like you said, like even Amu and Hinano talked about when we gathered here for Hiku. And having this ava to drink, we'll drink all together one time. And it's really, like I said earlier, it's about making a commitment, not physically to us here, but really to, like I said earlier, what it is that you do from your place. To recognize that this day we get to share in this ava together. That we get to understand that for each of us, our commitment to what we continue to do is that we can stand here together and know that each of us is committed to continuing the work that we do. And that we all stand here today in support of that continued effort that each of us do. So it's really in that sense that for Ho'okane, for all those that stand with you, that drink of this apu today, this container that holds this awa, then it's really in that sense that we can celebrate this day together and know that in moving forward, we'll continue.
So everybody, that ends the ceremony, but we are going to take our vow with whoever, first the Dream Starter people and whoever wants to go out. But don't forget, 11:30, Kauai High Canoe Club, luncheon. Please join us. Kokani Palau. Ati Lorna Lynn is going to be performing for us over there with Kokani. So don't run away. Come join us. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the water from So Connie, tell us a little bit about what your project is and what we've done today.
My project was with Running Strong for American Indian Youth. My dream was to build a native Hawaiian canoe for the Kohala community and for its keiki or children. And today we had just blessed our canoe named Hiku. We are very happy and very fortunate to have been here today. I'm very thankful for everyone who came out and for Running Strong and for Billy Mills and everyone who came out and supported me today.
Can you tell us a little bit about the name of the canoe?
The name of the canoe is Hiku, which means it is the Big Dipper as a constellation in the sky. And Hinano Lewis was given had a vision of what the inoa or the name would be, and that's how our Ba'a's name was Hiku.
Tell us about the ceremony. What were the different parts of the ceremony?
The different parts of the ceremony was we had an opening with the Oli for Kohala, explaining where we come from and our Aina Hanau. And next we had Entimu, Hinano and me, we just collaborated and explained what we were going to do today and the steps that it took to make it. And then we did the Aba ceremony. And then after that we put our ba'a into the water and we just chanted some olis and there it was.
How do you feel?
I feel very, very ecstatically happy. No words can express of how happy I am. I'm very humbled to be from Kohala and have a canoe or ba'a for Kohala, for its people and its keiki. I am just very humbled and very happy that I got to experience of a lifetime.
What's going to happen with the canoe now?
The canoe now we will do workshops as me and my mentor, and we will work with Pomai Bertelman and Uncle Chad with collaboration on how to sell our ba'a and its next future steps, and yeah.
Okay, great. I'm staying a little longer. My husband and I are going to stay for another 2 weeks. Yes.
money. Okay, you can win. Oh, that one's so much more sick. No, the other way. Turn around, like a Jackie. Put it on like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, hold this so fast. You can swim, I can. Come on back. Can you fall off? I think. Yes, one time. You're gonna fall.